I wanted to talk about Florida, specifically the cannabis industry.
Okay.
And Trulieve is the number one cannabis company, or at least they'll declare themselves the number one cannabis company in the world. And I don't know if people really realize how legal cannabis is going in other states compared to their own. But in my instance, I've had the specific, dealings with Trulieve where I've seen them sort of act like a gang, where they're legal, but they sort of treat it mostly for profit, and they don't really care too much to communicate what their goals are, or that they're going to try and supply more products for their patients. One of the things that they tout is that they are number one, but they continually open up new stores, and they continually have shortages at their other stores. And what they'll do is they'll provide products for the major cities, and they'll have Kim Rivers, the CEO, go on national TV and tout how good her company is and how great they are doing for the movement. But one thing that really stands out is something even like their website. They make so much money, so much profit, but they can't even help out and make a website that shows accurate inventory on a consistent basis. And they can't provide that inventory on a consistent basis to the stores that they already provide. So
wait. So let me just be clear. Like this is the medical marijuana dispensaries just not doing a good job.
Yes, I would say that for sure.
Basically, I mean,
for example, I actually worked at.
Wait, but I just want to be clear on what the issue is. I mean, it's just like, I mean, I think, part of it is that because my sense is that part of it is because we have such a sort of like a tepid entrance into this market. I don't know about it if it changes state to state. And part of it also probably, because of federal inhibitions, that there's just not the amount of regulation that should be going on with some of this. I don't know.
It looks like,
I would say that they don't really fight for the legalization as much as they fight for their profits. For example, if they really cared about their patients, they would provide more for their patients instead of for their profits, like the inventory issue, the website issue. These are things that if they don't fix it immediately, or if they don't fix it over time after hearing it consistently that it's a problem and that it needs to be fixed, then it starts to show like a point from A to B of what their goals are. Open stores, get profits. But I feel like we're sort of missing out on this opportunity to push for legalization when it comes specifically to the employees and the communication through their stores that, hey, this is something that works. We legalized it because it works, but we need to push and we need to do more. This is what you can do. Like I was an employee in one of these dispensaries, and we didn't really push for information sharing. We only pushed the products out. And that was their only goal, to have low wait times in the dispensary.
Yeah,
of course, yes, of course, but we're not. But I don't think there's enough outrage or enough people's voices going out into the world and saying this is wrong. And it's not only wrong now, but it's been wrong for the past 50 years.
Yeah,
I don't know if I hear it enough on your show because I don't maybe listen enough. But I was hoping that we could maybe start to push this often, if we could, as often as possible.
The problem isn't that, like, this is a monopoly. This is a medical marijuana monopoly in Florida that is absolutely not incentivized to, like, do broader legalization. They want this, like Sam said, we're doing this tepidly and in a controlled way that allows for major corporate players to control how it is outrolled. So that's the problem here, and we need to basically force, like, we need to attack monopolies in cannabis is basically the issue.
I guess I understand that. I think one of the issues that I see is that there's a lack of communication or willingness for people to speak out against it and to do something about it. For example, the federalized legalization of cannabis would be great. Then people could be educated, grow their own, and provide for their own needs. But we don't really have that. And I'm not trying to specifically target Florida in this argument. I'm trying to say as a broader, even for the world, to say, hey, end the war on drugs, but at least start educating people and talking about it and pushing for the action that we need.
All right. Well, I appreciate the call. We got some problem with the app right now. But I appreciate the call. And I mean, I understand what you're talking about. I think like it needs to get into some type of regulatory framework where there is, not this sort of like a weird monopoly.
Yeah, I think we're like these things. This is a problem in every state that's doing legalization. They're called multi-state operators. Brian Box Brown on Twitter has been following these issues really closely, and this is how they do it. They give it to preferred partners that monopolize and have terrible service.
Folks, there's more of what you've just saw where that came from. That's if you hit the subscribe and like button. Thank you. Really, thank you.